Hi kids, welcome to another grade 6 extra project tutorial. This is the scroll saw nameplate. At this point, you should have already completed your scroll saw practice work and feel reasonably confident and comfortable using the scroll saw before you attempt to make a scroll saw nameplate. Start off with one of the thin practice pieces that you've been using already. Draw out the letters of your name or the letters of any word that you want to spell. It's recommended that you use large block letters that run all the way from the top to the bottom of the board, like this. That's how you would draw an M. Feel free to use a ruler if you'd like your lines to be extra straight. Mike. If your name or the word you're spelling has a letter that has an inside circle, like a P or an O or a D or a B or an R, we're going to drill those out first before we cut it on the scroll saw. This is much easier to do than to try to drill out a tiny little letter after you've cut it out. So in order to drill these out, you're just going to find yourself a piece of scrap in the scrap bin, place it underneath your letters, and take an F clamp from the rack and clamp the whole thing to the table. Like that, so that it doesn't move, so that you don't have to hold on to it while you're drilling. Then take the cordless drill, find the size drill bit that corresponds with the hole you want to drill. Usually 3/8 is about right. Put it right on the circle, pull the trigger, and drill through. Then you can take it to the scroll saw and cut your letters out after you've drilled all the holes. Grab some safety glasses, bring your project over to one of the scroll saws, and start to carefully cut each piece out. Keep in mind that you're always trying to keep the largest piece of wood in your hand for the longest period of time. With that in mind, you could even number the pieces in the order that you want to cut them out. For example, I might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This means I'm cutting all the small pieces out first and then cutting my long straight lines at the end. Watch how it works. Now that you've cut all your letters out, you need to sand them all individually. Sand each piece individually so they're nice and smooth, and so you've gotten rid of any of those kind of splinters that are left from the scroll saw blade. Just back and forth gently. Grab a loose piece of sandpaper. Go in between everywhere. Don't worry too much if you can still see your pencil mark, because after we've glued this to the backing plate, we're going to use the palm sander to clean everything up one last time. After you finish carefully sanding all your letters, find a backing plate that we're going to stick your letters to, and carefully glue each in place. Just a little dab of glue on each letter is fine. But make sure you get the whole letter. And then leave it to dry. Now that our nameplate's nice and dry, we're just going to give it a quick sanding with the palm sander. This will get rid of any pencil lines and just give it a nice smooth finish. There we go, all done. Now you can take it home.